In this video, we will show you how to replace your intermediate emergency brake cable on this Chevy Silverado. This will be located under the driver's side of your vehicle. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Make your way along the driver's side frame. We're looking for the intermediate cable. Now in this area, you're going to find the adjustment for your emergency brake. It's a good idea to make sure that this does break free. We're going to back it off as far as possible. To do this, you can hold onto the stud with some locking pliers, being careful not to damage the threads, and then also continue on with a 13mm ratcheting wrench, assuming you have one. We'll just get this on here and start de-adjusting it towards the end here. The reason for doing this is so when you do go to replace the front emergency brake cable, you'll have plenty of slack to detach it. On our particular application, this cable's broken already, so I'm going to be replacing it. But otherwise, go ahead and loosen this up so you have plenty of slack. Once you have that area loose enough, you should be able to slide this a little bit as needed. We'll continue on to carefully removing each of the rear cables from this area. Just go ahead and pull them out through the corresponding slot. A quick inspection of those rear cables as you continue. Those look great. All right, let's make our way forward. Now, both of our parking brake cables are damaged, so I have a set of new ones in here just to show you exactly what we should be looking at for the connector. On the connector itself, you're going to find that you have both of your cables, your forward cable, and you also have the intermediate cable connecting at this point. Looking along the smooth side here, you will find that you have two locking tabs. For those locking tabs, you can use a pick or a small screwdriver, and you just want to pull up on one of them. I like to do the one that's closest towards that front cable. Just go ahead and gently start pulling it away towards the rear here. After that, if you were to look along the back side here, there's an area where two little baubles are. There's one here, attached to each of the cables. Go ahead and squeeze those together with some pliers and separate the cable. A quick inspection, and you can set that aside. For the next portion, we're going to have two sets of locking pliers. For the first set, we'll be down at the end here. Get a good grip on this. The next thing you'll have to do is carefully start pulling rearward on that cable. You're going to find that you have a little bit of slack. If you were to release it, it's going to make its way right back up to the front there. That's what the second pair of locking pliers is for. But for this, we're going to make sure that we use something in between so we don't cause any damage to the cable. We don't want to crimp it or cause any damage at all. You just want to grip it lightly. Get my rag here. Now, I'm not going to lock this in yet. Give that a little tug. My cable's holding for me. Let's make our way to connecting each of our two cables now. Let's take each of those two cables and slide them together. Put it right in there. Go ahead and give it a little tug. Double check to make sure it's completely locked in. It should be bottomed out on both sides here. Try to squeeze it together. Confirm that it cannot pull apart. With that locked in, let's follow the cable forward. We'll remove our locking pliers. We'll make our way to the adjustment point on the intermediate cable. It's a good idea to use some copper anti-seize in this area. At this point, we'll be adjusting our emergency brake. You want to have this adjusted to the point that when you were to press down on that emergency brake pedal, it goes down approximately halfway and it'll be holding the vehicle. Once you do release it, the vehicle should be able to roll one direction or the other while being in neutral. To make this adjustment, just go ahead and hold on to this portion here with some pliers if necessary and use your 13mm. Screw it in. Turn this clockwise to adjust the parking brake tighter. Turn it counterclockwise to de-adjust it. At this point, make your way into the passenger compartment and test the emergency brake functionality. Like I said, we want that pedal to make its way approximately halfway down its travel, and that'll be holding the vehicle still. After that, disengage the emergency brake and make sure that the vehicle can move without any restriction. Okay, friend, we've got our vehicle back together. You already tested the functionality. Go ahead and take your vehicle for a road test. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.